All right. So yesterday we were talking about your morning routine, right? Expectations, looking at the morning routine. I kind of shared a couple of schedules in that morning routine. And if you noticed in the schedules, they were very heavily oriented in lead gen and appointments. It was like lead gen, appointments, lead gen, appointments. I was heavily in that. The minutia of the business was not in there. Like the admin stuff really wasn't in there. Because at the end of the day, right, we're looking at doing the highest and best use of your time, right? You as a professional realtor, you're worth like $1,000 an hour. I'm just generalizing that, but for the most part, we are. So in your schedule, like I'm going to say, if your schedule does not have 70% of the time in that money making time, which is setting appointments and going appointments, like 70% of your time, even if you're a brand new agent and you have to do all the little stuff yourself, you don't have any help with that, still 70% of your time needs to be in that high quality actions. The lead gen and appointments, right? That's what we're looking for. Only 30% is in the minutia, is in the paperwork, the admin stuff, right? So be very conscious of that time. Like, make sure you know that that's what's happening. When you evaluate your day and you look at your day and it's like, okay, right, what did I do today? Did I spend enough time in those higher impact things, items that I'm supposed to be doing every single day? Or did I spend a lot of time planning and organizing and seeing if this is perfect? What do you think of my ad? Should my ad have this in it or that in it? Are you spending more time doing that? Is that where your time's going? It's like, are you, conversing in the office a little bit too much, right? Asking for too many opinions, right? Or are you spending the time doing what you need to be doing, which is lead gen and going on appointments? Setting appointments, going appointments, setting appointments, going appointments. That needs to be the majority of your time. All right. So today we're going to be talking about removing the resistance so that you can perform. Removing the resistance. See, we get caught up on that everyday distractions that I just talked about, right? It's keeping us from performing our very best and doing the items, the tasks that will help you move the business forward. So what's the plan here? What do we do? So number one is, like Tom says, right? One of the first things that I ever learned from Tom was don't blame the resource, be resourceful. When things come your way, because you're always going to have those interruptions, those distractions that come your way, right? You need to start looking at and determine what are those real friction points? What are those distractions that keep coming your way and keeping you from achieving your goals, both your daily goal, your weekly goal, your monthly goal. Like, we have goals that we set for ourselves on the daily, on the weekly, on the monthly, on the quarterly, and of course the year. So what's holding you back from that? Could it be your kids? The fact that you're now sharing spaces and you're working from home, could that be something that's holding you back, right? Could it be, the distractions of being in the office and another agent just simply distracting you, or your admin person distracting you? What are those distractions that are holding you back from performing the best of your ability so that you can go after your goals? So we need to organize that and determine what are those distractions. Make that list. Hey, keep a journal. Here's what I've done today. Where was it that I was doing those high impact items, those high impact actions that would get me to my goals? And where was it where I got distracted and I was doing the minutia of the business, right? And how much time did I spend in either or, right? So you need to prioritize what is most important to you. See, the key to removing any sort of restriction, resistance or distractions is to understand what is important to you. I mean, it's not a to-do list, okay? It's getting tactical now. It's trying to identify, hey, these are the frictions that I get every single day, and then prioritizing, okay, I do have to deal with my kids. I do need to bring them to school. And that's not the friction I'm thinking of. That's not the distraction. That's part of the routine. That is something you have to do. But then when you get to the office, should you be doing the to-do list early in the morning? Should you be organizing yourself early in the morning? Or should that have been done the night before? Should you be walking into the office and really coming there with purpose now? It's okay. I dropped off the kids. I'm great, right? What can I do from the drive time to my office to get myself ready so that when I come into the office, I'm going full speed. You're running, not walking. So here's some things to consider. Take a look at your environment. What does your physical environment look like when you come into the office? Is that physical environment, does it create that? Because what happens is that environment will reflect your emotional environment and how you feel about it. Is it an environment that inspires you? Right? Is it set up for success? Is it set up in a way that I'm so excited to be in the office, can't wait, let's go, let's hit the phones, right? Or is it more of an environment that distracts you? There's like paperwork all over the place. I go, okay, I got to deal with that offer. I got the potential listing. Is that all that comes in when you come into the office? Is your to-do list just sitting there right on the desk so that it distracts you from the important tasks that you have to do every day? You know, that the task of connecting with people and building the business. Are you excited to go to work in that physical environment? If not, then what changes do you need to make? What are those things that you can do to better inspire you in that physical environment? Have you set up an environment where the scripts are up on the wall and you know exactly what to say? Here, these are my lead gen pillars. This is where I focus my business on. And here are the scripts and questions that I'm going to ask for each different pillar. Do I have my lead follow-up script right there? So I just look at it, I know exactly what to say now, right? Do I have any sort of closes that I want to use so that, you know, because we all know it takes 5 to 7 closes of connecting with the person before they actually set that appointment with you. Do I have, 5 or 6 or 7 different closes that I can just pop off during that conversation, right? Do I have, for example, something like a mirror, just to make sure that I'm smiling when I'm making these calls, right? What else can you have in your environment? Playing music in the background would be key, right? Having a headset, so that when you're making your calls, you're standing up and you're more powerful. You're more powerful during your calls and during that prospecting time. Do you have your goals up in the wall? Whatever it is, I don't care. What inspires you? Does that environment inspire you? The next I wrote down is, how's your mental and emotional and spiritual wellness? Mental, emotional, spiritual wellness, right? What are you doing to nurture you spiritually, right? What are you doing every day to keep yourself in mental state in check? Hey, we're going to go through adversity. We all do. Right? That deal's going sideways. More than ever, when you're dealing with buyers, you're going through adversity. So what's that thing that you have to keep you in check? Right? What is it that you have that maybe it's something you do every single week? Maybe you have scheduled, a massage every week just to kind of release that tension. Right? Maybe it's just a scheduled time in the evenings just for yourself, where you're just going to go walking around and just kind of forget about everything. Because we all face adversity, but the most important thing is, what's that thing that helps you deal with it? Keep your mental state in check. More than ever, we need to have something to go to, right? And maybe it's just a buddy of yours that you just talk to and then shoot the shit with, whatever it is. Okay. The next thing I wrote down is, what's your body telling you? See, we don't want to get hit by that 2x4. You know what I mean? Like, we don't want to get hit by that mass, that, hey, you have this, now you got to change your lifestyle. You're borderline now. We don't want to get to that point. Are you listening to your body? We don't want to get hit by that 2x4. Are you taking care of your body? How's your diet? Are you exercising enough? Are you taking those deep breaths? Are you controlling your stress? How are you taking care of your body? Because here's the thing, is if you can't take care of your business or your family if you don't first take care of your body. You're going to need to be physically there. Because when you're physically there, then you're mentally there. Now you're ready to perform the best of your ability. So to ask yourself, am I doing what's necessary to take care of my body, to take care of my mental state, my emotional state, my spiritual state? And do I have the resources to do that? Am I taking care of that? Because this is all part of dealing with distractions, right? Next, I wrote down is, let's look at your morning routine now. We talked about this a lot yesterday. What does your morning routine look like? Is it a morning routine set up to build your business, to build your success? Now, let's take the business aside. Okay, let's take the prospecting aside. Let's take the lead gen and appointments aside. Does your morning routine build you up to being the best version of you? Right? Are there things in your life that you wish you could be at, have, go do? But you know what? Your circumstances are holding you back. See, your morning routine, the little things that we do, will get you to that position where you're able to do those things, right? See, your morning routine needs to be etched in stone based upon your goals and what you want. See, the quality of life that depends on the things that you make non-negotiable. So what are those non-negotiable things that you know if you did it every single day, as small as they may be, will get you to those bigger and better goals of yours? So that's, working and using the power of that morning routine to help you get to what it is that you really want. Harness that, use it, take that to your advantage. And then on the flip side, what do you do and what are you incorporating in your nightly routine, your evening routine, the before going to bed routine? What does that look like for you, right? Are you working on some personal development? Are you shutting off those negative thoughts? Do you have a routine that will help you with that, right? Personal development, it should be a priority in your day-to-day. Learning every day is key. And learning to shut off those negative thoughts in the evening will be extremely important to you. So here's three questions that I ask myself every evening before I hit the bed, my head hits the pillow. And that is, the first question I ask myself is, what did I do well today? What are those wins? Right? I want to have those positive thoughts. Yeah, this is what I did. This was really important to me, and I got it done. Right? What did you do well today? Second question to ask yourself in the evening is, where did you drop the ball today? Did you exercise today? Did you follow your diet today? Did you make those calls today? Were you better at connecting with people and closing them for appointments, right? Or could you have done better on that? Where did you drop the ball today? And then the third question to ask yourself, what do you want to do differently tomorrow? What do you want to do differently tomorrow, right? And we're not looking for major changes, little things. You know what? When I get up and do my workout tomorrow, I'm going to raise my intensity from a 6 to a 7. I'm going to push myself a little bit more. That's it. That's all I want to do. When I'm connecting with my database, I want to bring more value than ever before. It's not going to be a sales call. It's going to be a service call. I'm going to be of service to my clients. So what's that little improvement that you can do for the next day? Right? Now, I got a couple other thoughts I just want to throw out there regarding the routines, morning or evening. And that would be is if you're having trouble with sticking to a routine, whether it's an exercise routine, staying on diet, making those calls, connecting with people, whatever it may be, I highly recommend finding an accountability partner. If you're on a team, use the team members. If you're not on a team, email me. I'll get you an accountability partner, right? Someone, and it could be a simple, hey, Danny, I want to do my 5-5-4. I keep lagging on the 5-5-4. I know I'm supposed to talk to 5 people I know, 5 people I don't know, fall before leads, but I just don't hit my numbers. So accountability partner is you call them just before you make your calls. Hey, gonna start, boom, make your calls. And then you call them right after you've done the calls. It's like, what happened? Hey, I did my 5-5-4. This is what happened. And it's such a powerful tool using someone like that 5-minute call. Because you know what happens when you didn't do your calls and they did, and they're talking about, hey, I set an appointment, got a listing appointment. This is what's going on. And you're like, I did 3 calls. Oh, okay. How does that make you feel? Well, it's going to push you. It's going to push you because like, dude made the calls. He got that appointment. I didn't make my appointment, didn't set an appointment. The next day, when you have your accountability calls again, you're going to push yourself a bit more. So it's all about setting those habits and not giving in to, because here's the thing, is we will always, what's the word here I'm trying to say? We will always, when it comes to being on a team and other people, right, you can always count on us. We're always going to push ourselves more than if it's us by ourselves. So having accountability for your routine would be something to help you maximize and be the best version of you, right? Does anyone have any questions regarding what I just talked about? Concerns? Hallucinations? You know, we all good then? All right, man.
All good.
If that's the case, then please unmute yourselves. Oh yeah. All right. And you share with me what day is it today?
Money making day.
Monday.
That's right. It's a money-making day. So what do you have to do in your business to improve your routine to ultimately move the needle in your business? You guys are awesome. I'll talk to all of you tomorrow. Thanks so much.
You guys.
Thank you.